The game ain't based on sympathy. I'll leave it at that.
Man, it's your boy Action Jackson, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the Week 2 preseason that the Dallas Cowboys play the Arizona Cardinals. So the score was 19-16 Arizona won this game, of course. It came down to a last-second field goal. Dallas lost, in the final remaining seconds of the game. It was a really close, really fun, entertaining game to watch. So yeah, man, let's kick into it. Let's start up this video, man. Now I want to say, prayers up to Neville Gallimore. He hyperextended his left arm. Thankfully, it was, thank God it wasn't that bad. At first, when he first looked at the replay, and he was in the trenches in the first quarter, he stuck his arm out to try to stop the run, and it looked like his arm bended forward. You just have to see the replay. If you catch the highlights tonight, you might be able to see it, or you see it on Cowboys Twitter, you might be able to catch it. So, the defense. I'm going to start with the defense, man. The defense, they came out today and they balled. There was a couple rookie mistakes toward the end of the game, but to start out in the first quarter when defense first had the first drive, man, with a strip. Conor came in, he stripped the ball from Max Williams to tight end. Dallas recovered. They didn't do much with the ball after that, but, I'm not really expecting much from these backup quarterbacks. So, defense, man, they came out, they balled. Conor, everyone's flying to the ball. Love it. I love this energy that Dan Quinn's bringing to the defense. Everybody seems like they want to play, and everybody has something to play for, and everyone's coming out there with energy. They're running out to their full-fledged running to the ball. I love that. So, fine. They came out, man, and they balled. They got to the quarterback a bunch of times. Dorrance Armstrong had 2 sacks. Dan Quinn, another thing Dan Quinn was doing today in today's game, he was saying a lot of blitzes, and I love that. I would love to see that more transitioned into the NFL season, so we can start pressuring the quarterbacks more and bringing them and get some more heat on the quarterback. We would love that, but you can only do that to a certain amount of quarterbacks. You can't do it week 1 against Brady because he'll just eat it up. You can't do that against Mahomes because Mahomes, the past 2 or 3, ever since he's been starting, Mahomes has the best pass rating against the blitz. So you can't do it against those 2 quarterbacks, but obviously, I would love Dan Quinn to incorporate more of his blitzes into the regular season. That would be really great. It takes pressure off the DBs, so they don't have to cover as long. You don't have to worry about, those top-fledged wide receivers we'll see. So, it just makes the DBs and the defense as a whole job a lot easier when you bring in pressure. Not only from it'd be nice if you can bring in just a natural 4-man pass rush, but if you can just bring in a blitz also, that'd be great. Because you bring in a blitz, you're counting for the 40 linemen, and if you're blitzing linebackers, that's 6, and then you send somebody off the edge, that's almost a guaranteed sack if they're not blocking the right amount of people. So I love the defense tonight and what they did. There was at the end of the game, Bohanna jumped off sides to put the Arizona Cardinals in field goal range. But like I said, it's rookie mistakes. I want them to get it out now. I know. Obviously, hopefully we make the playoffs, and we'll probably play in some high pressured situation game. Guys don't make these mistakes, but this is where the preseason, you do it in. You get all your butterflies and your jitters out now, and your rookie mistakes. Hopefully, you try to get most of them out now, and things like that. And then there was a Bradley Anae sighting, man. Bradley Anae, there was a couple times he had a really great spin on a roughing the passer penalty that we had earlier in the game. I know it doesn't really matter, but it was a flag. But honestly, that was a nice spin move by Bradley Anae. You should have saw it. It was I believe it was in the end of the first quarter or somewhere in the second. It was a really nice pass rush. If you're able to catch it, it was really great. Bradley Anae, he almost had a sack today too. Got a couple pressures. He almost had a sack on I think either Colt McCoy or the number 15 for the Cardinals, the third-string quarterback. Had a couple pressures, almost sacked to the quarterback, but, the quarterback luckily got away from Bradley Anae and things like that. So I like what the second unit pass rush did. Honestly, man, we keep bringing pressure like that, and we get the Rondale Carter, Bradley Anae, Terrell Basham, Dorrance Armstrong made, like I said before, he had 2 sacks. But like I'm saying, if we can just bring in the second unit where we're raining Greg, we can come in with some different packages, some NASCAR packages. We can come in with different packages where you can see like DeMarcus Ware playing somewhere like in the D tackle, like a 3-tech sort of, and you have like a Randy Gregory, DeMarcus Lawrence in the middle, and you can have like a Terrell Basham and who knows, maybe Dorrance Armstrong or Brentley Nye on the ends, and you can just send a crazy, just all pass rushing defensive line. We can do all sorts of things at the second unit D line. They step up. Transitioning into the backup quarterbacks. So the backup quarterbacks today, they did their job. There was no horrible interceptions by anybody. I don't believe there was any interceptions today by any of the quarterbacks. Yes, there was a lot of drops today. So starting out in the first quarter with Gary Gilbert, there was 2 drop passes. Michael Gallup had dropped a wide open pass today, and then on the next down, earlier in the game I love how we were aggressive on both ends on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. So I don't believe we were really too worried about our kicking situation, but we were working on our 4th down efficiencies. I'm pretty sure we were doing, because early in the first quarter we went for 2 first downs, and we were, out of 2 we were 1 for 1. So in terms of the first quarter of 4th down efficiency, so Michael Gallup, he dropped a wide open pass on a 3rd down, then 4th down. Gary Gilbert trusted Michael Gallup again and went to him the next play, and then Michael Gallup made up for it and got a first down and things like that. Conor Williams, man. He needs to work on his snapping. I know he's not a natural center. I'm not really tripping off about that. But if hopefully it doesn't happen a bit. But if Tyler Biadasz gets hurt, we can have Conor Williams probably play center, and he needs to work on it if in case the injury ever does happen, which I don't think it will happen to Tyler Biadasz. But if it does, anything happens in the NFL, Conor Williams needs to work on his snapping, man. Rush, he didn't do that bad either. Gary Gilbert didn't score any touchdowns. Niz Wander, I know I'm rambling over the place, but Niz Wander, he converted on all his kicking today. He made all his field goals. No wide lefts, no wide rights. Like I said, he was just a punter. But like I said, he did one of the 2 things that I thought the Dallas should fix. And Niz Wander, he fixed his kicking situation. So I guess he really was in training camp working on his field goal situation, which I'm glad about. So he made all his field goals. He missed extra points. So I was proud about that today with Niz Wander. But yeah, Cooper Rush, he didn't do a whole lot. But Benanucci, I was hard on him last week because we're always hard on Benanucci because he has that weird side angle. But not only that, he holds on to the ball for too much. And it doesn't seem like he's a smart decision maker. But today he balled out in the little time that he did have. He came into the last coming seconds of the 3rd quarter, but mainly the 4th quarter was his quarter. He came out there, he drove us down the field a couple times. He scored a touchdown. The first touchdown Dallas scored so far in the 2 preseason games. Benanucci came out there, man, and same thing again. He just needs to work on getting the ball out quicker and making more efficient reads. So Benanucci did really good for what we normally expect out of him. But one thing he did not really mess up on at all really today was that we had like a couple minutes left in the game with like 1 minute and 3 seconds left before we gave Arizona back the ball. Arizona's turning up the pressure. Van Joseph, on the defensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals, was sending heavy pressure after Benanucci, so he didn't have much time today to throw the ball toward the end of the 4th quarter because both us and Arizona, we were both sending the pressure on the backup quarterbacks. So Benanucci didn't do a whole lot, and receivers weren't really separating, so can't really get on Benanucci that much. He had a really solid game today. I think it's a Kelvin Joseph, man. He didn't do too bad. He still did really good, but he had some times. He only had one stupid penalty where Christian Kirk made a move on him. Didn't beat him, but made a move inside. And Kelvin Joseph, he made a move. Christian Kirk made a move going on the outside. Kelvin Joseph came inside and grabbed his helmet, and they called it for a holding. And this was like on a long 3rd down. There's like a 3rd and 16 or 3rd and 19 this happened. And Kelvin Joseph just made a dumb penalty. it's fine. It's a rookie thing. Like I said, a lot of these rookies, they made a couple mistakes today in the game. Hopefully they get all this out of them in the preseason. So that's when it comes time to the regular season, these mishaps, they don't happen. So, but it seems like a lot of times the refs, I don't really care about the officiating in some of these games, but I didn't like how a lot of times the receivers, they were pushing off of Kelvin Joseph, and it looked like Kelvin Joseph was getting beat, but he wasn't, because a lot of times the only time that these people were getting open on Kelvin was when they was pushing off. And I'm not lying. You can double check and go watch the film, or you can watch the highlights or whatever but if you watch the film on NFL Game Pass, which is free, I believe, you go on and you'll see that they were pushing off of Kelvin Joseph. So, like I said, don't really care about the preseason. It was just these minor things that the rookies need to fix on, things like that. The offensive line, they blocked pretty solid today. But Dallas, they did more max protecting. They were blocking more. Not only they were the traditional offensive line blocking, but they were sending out running backs and fullbacks and tight ends, having them in pass pro situations. So that's why our quarterbacks have more time to throw. But, other than that, our offensive line alone, they did pretty solid. I didn't see a whole bunch of, sacks allowed or anything like that. The only time that we got sacked today on the offensive side of the ball was when they were bringing pressure. So, can't really get on the offensive line too much. And then even when Arizona did try to send 8 or 7 or anything like that, Dallas picked it up, and the offensive line still stood their ground, and our quarterbacks were able to complete passes and things like that. So that was a really good thing. And then I'm pretty sure you guys will see it today all over Cowboys Twitter if you follow them. But Jalen Smith had a play where Dallas, we got to work on our bootlegs. Like every single time that we play a semi-mobile quarterback, we're always trash on the bootlegs. So we did it. So Cliff Kingsbury, he got a offensive play where he ran a bootleg towards Jalen Smith's side, and the running back clearly did a little tip route on the outside. Jalen Smith saw the whole play breaking down, but he didn't wait to do anything until I think Colt McCoy rolled out, threw it to the running back, and then Jalen Smith did his little giddy-up run because, he saw that messed up leg, and he was trying to run after him to go get him. Right now, Jabril C, man, I'm not going to say the last name for, monetization reasons on YouTube. But, man, Jabril's making play on special teams. He's really fast, man. Like, Jabril is really solid linebacker. I'm telling you right now, Jalen Smith right now is the odd man out. Because Leighton Vander Esch, he balled out a little bit today too. Michael Parsons, first round pick. Now I'm saying he automatically he automatically is going to get the starting job. But Michael Parsons, they're going to give him a lot more opportunities. Keanu Neal, Dan Quinn's guys. Jalen Smith right now looking like the odd man out. And if Jabril keeps balling out, Micah keeps balling out, and all these other people keep balling out, Jalen Smith's going to be he's going to be on one of two things. He's either going to be on the market or he's going to be on the trade block, one of the two, if he doesn't turn it around. But it's just preseason, like I said. It's preseason. But it's just the same thing with Jalen all the time. It's like he keeps making the same mistakes, and he just seems like he's late to everything. Then he wants to come in on a gang tackle and wants to celebrate and things like that. He needs to fix that up. Like I said, it's just preseason. Ain't gonna do it. If he can't ball out this year, man, then he's gonna be on the bubble, man. He's gonna get traded or cut, and that's inevitably just gonna have to eat up that cap space. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in to my review of the Cowboys versus Cardinals Week 2 preseason game. I appreciate all the support. We've grown big again. Like I said, we got up to like nearly 20 subscribers from last summer, and then I've been gaining subscribers, almost 2 or 3 subscribers every month. So thank you guys, and thank you for all the new subscribers that are watching and like my videos. I really appreciate all the support. I really do. Thank you. Hope you guys have a nice day. See you. Bye.